Starting with core engagement. So we just take thumbs to ribs, find your ribs in there. Middle finger to your hip bone, that's that bony thing right there. And you're just working with your breath. So on your inhale, you let the belly expand with air. And exhale, you try to pull your belly button in. And then you're trying to shrink the distance between your fingers. And first time it can be kind of hard. First few times can be kind of hard. And you might notice a lift of the pelvic floor. That's fine, that's part of the core. I like to keep my hands here so I can know I'm doing it right, but if you want, you can relax them down and continue the breathing. We'll add alternate knee lifts on the exhale. So most important thing is the core. Pull the core in and then lift one knee up. And then inhale to set it down. Let your belly expand. Exhale. Lift opposite knee. And set it down. Keep going like that. Exhale to engage and then lift. The most important thing is the core. And the movement happens after the core is engaged and activated. One more time, one more side, I mean. Good, and then like sometimes it's hard to know if you're doing it right. So just try right now, no core engagement at all, just lift one knee. And then you can kind of tell like there was a difference, right? You were working it before. So that's a good way to tell. All right, we're gonna do our up downs. So it gets fun from here on. I'm just moving back. It's really close on the computer screen. Okay, so I do set my feet in a little bit closer to me. So we literally are just standing up and sitting down. We're doing 10, so you can do all 10 with me, and we stay standing at the end, or you can just pop in there for the last 3 or the last 1, whatever you want to do. Always an inhale to stand, and we're going to use the momentum of our arms too. So take the arms back. Let's start with a full exhale. And then inhale to rise, sweep your arms up, and exhale to sit. Nice. Inhale, rise, and exhale, sit. You can always make it harder by not sitting all the way down. Just hovering over your chair. Inhale up. This is where we always hope that I counted. I started counting. I'm kidding. I think we're halfway there. Start at 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Stay standing. All the way up. Put your hands into your heart space. And then you can walk around to the back of your chair. Great job. Okay, I'm just going to turn to the side. That's going to see you better. But you don't have to. You can just sit behind your chair. So we're just going to do the same thing we did from seated. So just take your right foot towards the chair. You can hold on to the chair, no reason to let go. We're just starting with stepping back, letting the front knee bend. You can put your heel down or you can keep it lifted. Either way is fine. And stepping back and I will count 7. Stepping out 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1, and then stay back. So it's the bend and straighten. So we bend that back knee and then try to straighten it for 7, and 6, 5, and then just try to keep your weight balanced evenly through both legs. So I'm trying to keep my body right in between my legs. That's 3, is that right, you guys? If somebody's counting out there, 2 and 1. Oh my goodness, 2 straight legs, but let's go ahead and spin the heel down if you haven't already. Spin that back heel down. So actually in warrior 1, keep your right hand on your chair and just reach your left arm out. Let me give you another quote. Often the test of courage is not to die, but to live. Now that reminds me of the first one. Life invites us into fullness, but sometimes we have to be afraid and do it anyways. Okay, you can bring your hands down. Very nice. Let's step forward. Step forward. And separate your feet a lot. Looking from seated, toes out. I'm not going easy on you today. It's a great one to start back on. Toes out a little bit more further, and we just bend the knees. You don't have to go too far. So if you want to go far down, you certainly can, but you do not have to. So just a little bend in the knees. And then let's just take one ear, like right ear towards your right shoulder, left ear towards your left shoulder. Just a little back and forth. So even though we're feeling a lot in the legs and hips, just trying to relax a little bit here. Maybe some big neck rolls. Direction with the neck rolls. Ooh, and then we can stand all the way up. Inhale. Oh, step your feet back in. Not too bad, right? Yeah, you won't fire me? Not yet, okay. I won't be here next week either. Okay, so left foot forward this time, right? And then right foot stepping back. Here we go. Stepping back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying back. And we're doing that bend and straighten. So just right here, trying to get your weight even between both feet before we start. So not leaning too far forward if you can help it. And then bending your back knee and standing back up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slow is hard. 1. Okay, straighten that back leg, spin your heel down. You can step in a bit for that too. The left hand stays on the chair, right arm reaching up. The quote that I think goes with that last one. It says, "The paradox of courage is that you must be a little careless of your life in order to keep it." I think sometimes we're so scared of a negative outcome we don't try hard things that we want to. Okay, big inhale. Full exhale. Bring it down to your chair. Step your back foot in. Feet out wider than your chair. Again, this time, toes just point forward. If you can, just toes point forward. Actually, step away from your chair. Sorry about that. And then we fold from here. Feel the back of my legs. So you can keep both legs straight and like wag your tail a little bit, moving your pelvis side to side. You'll feel the inner thighs. And also try bending one knee at a time. You don't have to go too far, just go to where you're feeling it in your inner thighs. That's where we'll feel it here. Maybe among other places. Just curious about that. Where does your body experience the pose? Onto your chair and inhale as you walk in, up. Try your thighs through the hips. One of my favorites, skiing. Holding onto your chair, legs together. Just skiing down the hill. So bend your knees and push your hips out to one side. Ooh, the outer hips. And the other side, back and forth. So up to you if you like to go back and forth, or if you just want to pause and like breathe into that space for a few minutes, seconds rather. Straight legs. Let's walk back away from the chair. Legs stay together, but we're going to that fold again, just like we were in the wide leg. And a bend in the knees. That's the most important thing here, is bend the knees. A nice stretch in your back. If you want, you can tuck your chin into your chest. See what that does in the back of your neck and in your back. You can try shaking your head yes and no. And then as you're ready, you can also try straightening one leg at a time. And then as you're ready, it's always an inhale to rise up. So breathe in as you walk towards your chair and stand. If your legs go, just pause. Coming over to the left side of your chair. Then we'll sit down. So holding onto your chair, not necessary to let go at all if you don't want to. Just gonna fix this. Sorry, guys. So balancing on the leg that's closest to your chair, that's your foot that will stay down. So I do try to spread my toes wide because that's just more earth beneath your feet. And then just take your other leg a little bit forward, and your other hand can do whatever hand on your hip or have it out, maybe better, but lift it up off the ground. Here we go, we're just here for 10 seconds. Think about the belly again, what we did from seated, and try to pull your core in. And set your foot down and take a little break. This time we're gonna bend that, so balancing on the same side. This time we're gonna bend this knee and lift it up towards your hip. If you can get up to hip height, that's great. And I'm gonna let you practice here for a minute, so that's a long time. So you can always set your foot down and take a break. You can also try to lift your hand off the chair if you want. If you lift, just lift it a little bit so the chair's right there and you need to grab it. And I should have said this is critical, sorry. Gaze at the floor, find a spot, and do not look away. That is really critical. And then just keep thinking lifting up, lifting up. Wow, I'm regretting a minute. My leg's burning. So keep lifting everything evenly, both hips evenly, shoulders. You're doing great. Just 15 more seconds. That's like 3 slow breaths. And you did it. Whew, oh my goodness. Shake out that standing leg. Super important though, you know, we balance on one leg all the time. We don't even think about it. Putting on socks and shoes, taking them off, pants, walking up and down stairs, getting in the car. Okay, so start by getting your foundation ready. Spread your toes as much as you can. Feel the balance. And then just taking one foot forward, we're just getting to know what this side feels like. It feels good right now, right? You can set it down, take a little break. Okay, and then one more time. So get your foundation ready, spread your toes. And then if you can, lift your knee up to hip height. It's okay to take a break if you need it. I've got us on the clock already. So just finding that spot on the floor and not looking away. And that wobble will likely never go away. The wobble is always there. The wobble means your ankle's working. It's trying to stabilize you. I still wobble all the time. Not right now because I'm holding on. Wobble just means you're turning on all the stabilizing muscles in your foot. belly in, lifting off the floor, thinking I'm lifting up. And you're almost there, about 3 slow breaths. And you did it. You set your foot down, shake your leg out. Wow, yeah, that was not easy.